What's going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have like and sub, and let's get into this. Well, the War of the Rohirrim, not a series, but a movie, has come out now, and it is exactly what we thought it was going to be. Somehow, still an 85% on the popcorn meter, even though I've yet to hear anyone say this is a good movie. 52% on the tomato meter, and we just had Erwin from Nerd Wars on his stream melt down basically for 30 minutes about how horrible this movie. Thankfully, we had Gary from Nerdrotic talk about this. They went with a girl boss, he said, which is confirmed, of course, by Nerd Wars. What Warner Brothers did manage to do was girl boss better, which, yes, even everyone said that she's somewhat likable, but that everyone basically does the girl bossing for her, if that makes any sense. War of the Rohirrim is about some unnamed daughter who ends up being the impetus of the story, leading around a bunch of incompetent men who should have listened to her in the first place. What could have been the story centered on Helm Hammerhand and the tragic events that led to the naming of Helm's Deep turned into something else. Was reliably informed that it rips off every moment from the Lord of the Rings, including and up to the scene at the end of the Two Towers when Gandalf leads the Riders of Rohan to save everyone at Helm's Deep. There's a scene just like that. The Eagles, which apparently she tries to tame one of them, even though they're sentient and can speak. It's a whole thing. And now Philippa Boyens, it was her idea. This is, of course, she's partnered with Fran Walsh and Peter Jackson, and she will have a hand in the upcoming Hunt for Gollum movies. So it's quite worrying that she's like, yeah, no, this is all just fine. It's great. So she's been doing the interview circuit. And so with IGN here said, Professor Tolkien stated in his letters that the most compelling story is the untold story. She said, we can't do anything to those books. Those books are going to stand as these masterpieces, hopefully till the end of time. We can't ruin them. So people who come at you saying, oh, you ruined this or you ruined that. No, all we did was we presented you with an adaptation of this work, and some people will come to it and relate to it, and some people won't. And sometimes the criticism is justified, and sometimes it doesn't. That was a circular saying nothing right there. Nevertheless, of course, Bones also explained that they decided to completely ignore the books. She says, what I think you will see unfold, hopefully, because this is where we work from, is that don't just change something arbitrarily. You shouldn't change anything at all, but don't just change something arbitrarily. If we're going to change something, do it for good storytelling reasons. And anything you bring to it, make it feel real, make it feel authentic. Make sure you know what the reason is, and it's a really good storytelling reason why you were having to make that change. So you're adding, make it as authentic as you possibly can make it. So we didn't just draw upon Eowyn for Hera. Spoilers, they did. We drew upon women from early English history that Tolkien himself would have been familiar with. So there's nothing woke about this, guys. If you're out there, it was in fact woke. It's an interesting piece of storytelling, even if you just follow the bare threads that are in the book, and that's because it starts out huge and epic. And as we found out, they could have followed the bare threads of the book and the appendices, where she's unnamed for a reason. She is unimportant, and it's all about Helm Hammerhand and his sons and Wolf and all of that. And they completely ignored all of that, of course. And even ignoring here, I'm not going to read this all, but this is Tolkien just basically explaining it like, no, everything that's there is there for a reason, and you can't distill it down and you can't change it. Not filling me at all with confidence about the upcoming Hunt for Gollum movie that, of course, they're involved in. We heard Viggo Mortensen has been asked back, and we know for sure that Ian McKellen is coming back, as well as a couple others. It seems like everyone that is alive that would have been alive is coming back. So I don't know. This is not filling me with inspiration. You let me know what you think, though. Make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you.
Well, bye.